Hello everyone, welcome to some new Space Metaverse. Welcome here in the OpenSky Studio. Hi Andy, how are you doing?
Hey, my man, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Yeah,
A lot of cool
so
stuff going on. So
like every day in metaverse, a lot of cool stuff. What's today in metaverse? What's happening? Cool stuff, man. And what's gonna happen tomorrow? More cool stuff, And
yeah,
next week, dude, it's
exactly.
gonna be like very, very cool stuff.
Yeah. And actually, I had a couple of talks with people, like with various people. One like from the physical world, and more people are getting interested in venturing in. And so maybe like some collaborations with physical galleries are coming. Some cool ideas.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy things that are popping out. So I've been talking with people and they got big ideas. We just need a little bit more community help to get them to become reality.
Yeah, cool. And actually, like it's really interesting how the tech is so much farther than people and the
Hmm.
application. So we can do like so many more things, but it's just like a couple of people that are willing to do them. Or yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So actually, it's quite interesting idea. I was talking to this guy like he's working with street artists and he would like to create like in a physical gallery the exhibition, but there would be overlay in the metaverse. So
Nice.
you could have maybe even like sort of QR code that's very simple to do. So you come in, you listen to like interview or whatever with the artist, just a normal exhibition. But then you get to also scan the QR code and the Somnium, and there would be maybe like a little bit like copy of that exhibition, but that you would be able
Nice.
to walk through the image. So it could be like sort of a game. So you could
Right.
discover the one that has a secret. You could walk through it, and maybe there would be like secret room with some cool stuff or something like that, or maybe even get a little bit more. So that's like very simple way how to do it. But in the future with words and programmable instances, we would be able to do even like sort of even he was thinking about like memberships. So if you have membership, like if you don't, you can
Right.
still do it. You can still
Right.
walk there and so on. But if you would have this like VIP membership or whatever, you would be able to walk there and get like another level of the experience.
Right. You
To
get some benefits and stuff.
yeah, you get like when you find the secret room, there could be an NFT that you can claim if you are between the first 10 to find
Yeah,
it.
that's dope.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's cool.
cool stuff like that.
That's very cool. Another week in NFT. Cool things happening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I was thinking that today we could, like, we were talking about a lot of technical stuff recently, and maybe we could talk about people, how to actually, you know, build the communities, develop them, and communicate with people, and make it interesting for people, and so on.
Yeah, so that's like the for me the unicorn. How to deal with people. That is a unicorn. That's the elephant in the room, man. So I want to listen to how you. I mean, you have a successful Discord. You have a very successful Twitter following, and it's literally all based on community. You don't have a product. Your product is actually uniting artists and showcasing their work. So how do you do that, man? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, like Arthur actually called it probably like the right way. I'm sort of like a connector, Or if you guys watched the one of the latest Marvel series, the one with which one was it? Um, with the Falcon. There was like this power broker, so I like I like that idea. Like I'm
Yeah.
nowhere there, but yeah, I like the idea of connecting people, and it's actually sort of started happening. Like have some contacts, so I can just help connect people that have just make sense for them to talk to each other and maybe
Right.
create something cool out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, like honestly, it's like really hard to manage everything. Uh, especially like you mentioned the Discord, so yeah, if need to like remodel it because when I created it, I had no idea how it should work, and
Yeah,
uh,
Discord is its own monster.
yeah, exactly. So I need to little bit remodel it and create it so it's useful for people that are there. And yeah, I learned just looking at other discords that are working well. And yeah, you need to give it time and some love. Without that, it just doesn't work. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, dude. And so, when you started getting all these people to, to start how? Okay, so I think a lot of the people are wondering, how do you get people to engage with you? What are you doing that whenever you do a tweet or you do a post on the Discord, you get people engaged enough into a conversation? And I see that happening often on your side of the metaverse.
Yeah, so yeah, I sort of have idea what I should be doing, but I need to get better at it. So basically, how you get people to engage is like you need to give them something first that's interesting, and you like if you do something that's like your idea and you post it, then it's
Hmm.
one thing. But
Right.
if you do something with other people and you post it, then it's much better because you already have sort of like this implicit engagement. Because you know,
Right.
if I do like if I would be doing this talk just with myself, then I get to get. I need to have just find people that would be interested in what we are talking about. But if I do it with you, then we are already two, and there are already two people interested in it. If it's just me, then it's just me, you know. So this is I think like a cool way how to like not do everything yourself and how to get other people like sort of automatically engaged in what you are doing. So if I do interview with artists, then at least the artist is interested in the interview, you know, and they have their own small community. So that's how I try to do it. And you actually like just by creating like, this is maybe a good thing for collectors as well,
Yeah.
because like if you post if the artist posts some picture or like the art or whatever, like they get some engagement. But this is maybe not like you can much better gauge their like the strong of their connections in the community if they are like invited somewhere and they have the exhibition like with me or some guests as podcasts in one of my shows, and you can immediately see which artists are either new and they don't have the connections, so the engagement in those posts is not so big, and then just sort of starting in the space, or just are yeah they are a lot of artists are just artists and don't want to build communities, you know, don't know how to do it or not interested
Right.
in that. But some are part of some community, and it can be like actually like really small. One of the discords that I become part of, and that's like super engaged, is like actually very small. It's maybe like 100 people, and there's
What's the
maybe
name of it?
oh let me jump there. It's discuss crypto, and it's actually not so much about crypto. It's really about crypto art at this moment. Like yeah,
Okay.
the number member card is 257, but there is like this relatively small community of artists, which is maybe like 30 or 50, and maybe like 10 are like or 15 are like really strongly engaged and just chat with each other, sometimes even hang out on the voice chat on the Discord. And when one of these artists come to the one of my podcasts or exhibitions, there's like like uh, for the first time I invited some one of these guy. I didn't know about the Discord at the time, there was like, I don't know, like 30 20 or 30 people live in the podcast. They were like, what is going on? Because like before that it was like two or three, and no one said anything, and they were like talking.
Yeah, the silence, man, the silence.
Yeah, supporting each other. I'm like, I love this guy, and I bought this piece, I bought that piece. I was like, what is going on? Yeah, so
That's amazing.
yeah.
I think that one of the hardest parts is to get people, like multiple people, to dive into a topic and be civilized entirely on the topic. And and you get some nice ideas going, and it turns into a nice uh like a conversation that's like between friends and whatnot. Because I see a lot happen in these discords. I see a lot of fighting and a lot of shilling. That is a lot of shilling, and it's just, I think it seems hard to manage. So I would ask, like, what do you think is the best approach to start the engagement on a topic, and what type of topics do you suggest people use, or we use, to engage people in our communities?
Yeah, so what I actually saw, and oh, it's maybe like surprising to me because I'm not extrovert person. So when I like when I talk to someone, it's usually like like we are talking the NFT art, or talking the story of the artist, and it's like the small talk is a little bit more difficult for me, as introvert person. But
Right.
the discourses are like really alive, and there are a lot of engaged people in the specific topics areas. But actually, the most communication is going on in this like small talk. They just uh, those are the discords where every morning some people are just like, good morning, how are you doing,
Right.
and I'm doing this, and so on, and they don't even like talk about art that much, and sometimes they have like special channel for like the links and so on, and they don't use them in the main channel. They just talk and sort of support each other.
Yeah,
So
man. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a. I haven't had luck with that. But I also how would I say, I accept that we've been like working way too much. Yeah, but I think after we deploy this thing that we're working on this week, then I'm gonna dive 100% on it, and use what you talked about today. To be honest, gonna try to get a little bit more personal with my group. So that's really good tips, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just yeah, I'm quite bad at it as well. I sort of know what I should be doing, but it's I just need sort of doing a lot of things at the same time, and I just need probably to uh, like do a list, or sort of say, okay, like these things are
Be
important.
organized.
Yeah,
Dude, I suck
just
at being organized. I suck
yeah,
at
yeah, yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So like, I think like I slowly like getting the idea what I should be doing, and slowly going in the direction. But yeah, man, it's difficult.
It is. I think it's really it's a complex ocean to navigate. But I also think it's one of the most important things you can do as an artist. If you get a community behind you, that management of that community is, I mean, could just give you a floor to lay on, to like to support you. And I think it's very important that we dedicate time to the communities that we have around us.
Yeah, yeah, and I think also like one really important lesson is that like actually the numbers, they really doesn't matter. That's what I heard from like Gary Vee. Like don't look at the number of your followers and so on. And I was like, yeah, yeah, sure.
Right.
But yeah, it really doesn't matter, because like, and you can see it when going through different artist profiles, or through some of these discords, that sometimes you can have like someone with great following but really low engagement.
Yes, that happens a lot. I see
Uh,
that happen a lot.
yeah, and actually, like the how it works in Twitter, the algorithm is that the it sort of like supports us. So, like more people that follows you, then yeah, like you will get more people see your post, but it will not be all of them. And
Right.
if you
Yeah.
will have like 90% of people like really not interested what you are doing, and those are your followers,
Yep.
then just like Twitter will show it to some sample of people. I will see like no one is interested in this, and they will not show it to anyone else. So those 10% that you have there that you want to show it, they will never see it. So
Yes.
yeah, so that's tricky.
Yeah, that we're battling against the social media algorithm. So it's important to learn how to deal with them, and then yeah, Twitter works like that. Um, what are ways that you think you can do to boost? What are things that you can do to boost your engagement in your post and bypass the algorithm thing?
Yeah, I think like what you where you can see it is on giveaways, which are sort of a hack to the algorithm, because you are sort of
Yeah,
forcing
you're
this.
forcing engagement.
Yeah, you're forcing engagement, and
That's true.
that's hacking the algorithm to think that the post is more interesting than it
Yes.
actually is, you know. So
Yes.
yeah, actually, like the Twitter doesn't like that, and I don't mean like in general. If you will try to game the algorithm really hard, that then you can get banned or shadow banned or some of these
Yeah.
things. Uh, but like you can learn on these examples. So basically, what the giveaways do, they ask you to like, retweet, follow, and to tag someone else. So how you can think about it, basically, if you are creating a post that you want people to see, you want to tag people, and you want to post something that's interesting to people. So you shouldn't post
That's the
what.
thing, but that's kind of the thing. So, what is interesting to people? Like in NFT, it changes every 2 days. There's something new, and everybody's moving towards the next avatar thing, or the next one super piece that dropped, or whatever they do at the galleries over there. It's just too fast to keep up for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But what I think just by thinking about what is interesting to people is just like it's a huge step. So like you don't just post what's like. I think the number one advice is like don't post just about you. Post about
That's a good advice.
uh, post about
Like
other people.
other things.
Yeah, other things and other people, because
Yeah.
people are interested in people, or
Yeah.
some people
Not
are.
not just you.
Yeah, and like people are like generally more interesting topic than things, you know.
Yep.
So for artists, it's actually what I advise to other artists is like post something about other artists. Like you probably
Right.
like other artists as well, or you have someone that you follow and you like their art. So okay, so post some, like retweet their post, but not just retweet it, because it's sort of boring. But quote it and write something interesting there. So like, why do you like that particular piece? What do you see in
Right.
that? You know, and by this you get automatically, or not automatically, but with a high chance, you get the engagement from the person that you are quoting. Because like, of course, if you are quoting with someone that's really huge, they probably like will not even see it. But if you even if you quoting, if you are like a really small artist that have I don't know, the 100 following, or 20 people follow them, and you quote someone that has 1,000 or 2,000, then if you create like smart quote and write something interesting in that, like, okay, I like this, like this particular technique, it must have taken a lot of time, I don't know, just like thinking about it. If you just put some thought into it, you will probably get engagement from that other person. And
I see.
they might.
So basically, it's like trying to give them content that is useful at some point. Just give people useful content, and that should inspire a conversation.
Exactly. Because
nice. That's a really good way of looking at it.
Yeah, it's like social media are about generating content. So you need to be thinking about your profile as sort of like mini influencer. You are. And so if you are going to post just about your stuff, then like not so many people will be interested. Like some, yes, but just about your stuff. But if you are going to post some interesting things about other stuff, well, yeah, then other people will be interested. Like you can see it with the digital art chick, right? In March, I actually found one article. I didn't even know her, but I like the article about NFTs, how it was written. So I just shared it, and we had some conversation on that. And yeah, it was just it. But if you look at what she's posting interesting stuff. Yeah, sometimes it's she has her own style, but it's interesting, and it's not about her. Yeah, sometimes it's about her.
It's rarely. Well, so she has her days. But I totally get it. I agree with you. Most of these influencers, they really most all the time they post their opinion on something specific. It doesn't really have to do with anything about their own lives. So I do agree that seems to be a good way to incite conversations.
Yeah. And also, like, good thing that you can do is respond to people. So it doesn't have to be just I should be doing that more. Like not just post stuff, but respond to other people's stuff. So you can just use some hashtags and go through the feed, and if something is interesting, like you can reply to that. If something is really interesting, you can tweet it and quote it. But like if you look at even like the big influencers, like for example the digital art chick, you can actually get her attention by replying to some of the tweets that have lower engagement.
Yep, that's true.
Because
you can trick her algorithm.
Because and she's actually watching it like really closely. So if you are going to I don't know, send her DM, then she will probably block you. But if
let's try something. Try to get her attention and to watch this show. Let's see if it works.
We can think of something. But actually, like I was sort of ignoring her for a long period of time. I noticed her in this like March when with this article. We exchanged some like comments on that, and then I sort of was watching what she's doing, what she's posting. I was like, okay, this is not really my style, so I sort of ignored it. But then recently,
she's a different person than she was a few months ago.
That's for sure. She's not blogging so much anymore as well.
She's super nice now. It's like I did not follow her until one day she said, "I'm gonna change my ways. I'm gonna be a good person. I'm gonna be positive." I'm like, I'm actually, and I wrote it to her. I was like, "I'm gonna follow you just because you said this, and I want to see this happen." And and she actually did though. Like she's a lot nicer now. So then she followed me back. Because I kept telling her, like, yo, seriously, you did good. I'm super proud of you. You changed you proved that people can actually change in just by a decision. That's dope. Happy for you.
But I don't know how she was like really before, because when I was like replying to that or sharing her article, like it was like very good, and some of the articles that she had heard was like really good as well. Then she sort of stopped posting the articles and start posting a lot of shit posts. So I was like, okay, I don't need this. But yeah, she changed, and but in the meantime, she grew like 20,000 followers because she had like 3,000 in
Oh
March.
no, she blew up a couple, I think last week. Um,
Oh, it's
after
even more.
yeah, I think she's over 30 or 40 now.
Oh, nice.
Um, I think it was after she was put on
Oh yeah, on
on the
Twitter.
website.
Yeah,
Yeah, on Twitter. Yeah, after that, that was like, yo, this.
yeah, 31. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so but just recently, yeah, I noticed that change, and that there are actually like quite interesting information. She also shares some interesting like NFT analytics and
Hmm.
shares about other people. So it was cool. So I started to engage, and she wasn't following me. I wasn't following her. But then I will follow her, and I replied to a couple of the tweets that made sense. Uh, and yeah, she liked some, replied back to maybe one, I don't know. And yeah, then she followed me. So, and I didn't write her anything. I just responded to some of the stuff that she was posting, you know. So yeah, of course, probably like my 5K followers helped there as well. But
Right.
like before that, yeah, the change was that I replied to some of the posts that like made sense to me, and I wanted to reply to them, you know. So yeah, I think this is the way. Okay? If you want someone's attention, well,
Right.
like just interact with them in a way that's not stalkish and or abusive. So like don't DM them your art, just reply to their stuff. You don't even need to retweet it. Just engage with the stuff that they are posting.
Well, I think that's I think that's how I was able to start growing my own following on Twitter. I just decided to learn about NFTs, and I just went in and, and talked with people and tried to socialize. That's how I met you as well.
Yeah.
Trying to socialize in the metaverse type of the NFT spectrum. And it's basically, yeah, you're just trying to, create content. And I think that will actually help you catch some eyes on your work. So it's like a give first and don't wait to receive kind of thing, because you should not expect anything back. But I think it's just, what goes around comes around type thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, that's dope, man.
Yeah, and it's actually fun. Like the difficult part for me in this is to do it like consistently,
Right.
just some sort of schedule, because then like your other work comes up, and to be doing
Hmm.
this and that, or land auction insomnium comes up, and you are watching all those cheap parcels, stuff like that. Yeah, Blake was actually awake the whole night so to make sure that no one buy his like dream medium parcel by the lake. He wasn't sleeping. Just then pulled the trigger somewhere in the middle of the day. It's
Hey,
great.
talking about parcels. I think that's another good way to actually insight socializing, and I think it's something that a lot of us are not leveraging enough. You do a lot of events, and I think you're one of the pioneers using the metaverse platform to unite people and to have them engage in an actual real time experience. And that's something we're starting to do on our fungibles community, is we're gonna have weekly events, so people can start to know each other within the community, see their faces, hear them talk, and all that. And it's been super fun. I opened up the parcel, and I've gotten a couple of people come in during the day, and we chat, and it's a very nice experience, to be honest. We kind of get to, it's different when you're chatting than when you are actually talking on voice. There's a lot more expression to it. It's very nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can use these television heads to actually steam your camera, or if you have a little bit more sophisticated setup, you can actually put on your instead of your camera whatever you want, which is quite cool. Like
Yeah, man.
I remember when we were watching this esports and the web parcel in Somnium.
Yeah,
And
man. I want to go to a game, but I never had time anymore. Yeah.
yeah, I know that's the dark side of the success.
It is. It is. But I'm almost done. Next week I'm taking. Yeah. Next week I'm gonna go and chill and do stuff. I'm gonna enjoy, socializing and shit. No more
Nice.
work for a week. I'm taking a break.
Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, I was in on my camera. I had this Logi software, and you can put text overlay there. So
Right.
so the theme is like natives. So yeah, I could put there like
Natives. Yeah.
let's go natives or huzzah, huzzah,
Yeah.
or these sort of
Yeah.
things. Yeah, it's pretty
I'm
cool.
actually gonna start showing the games through our parcel as well. Gonna start doing
Nice.
that.
Love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We're gonna
Love
do
it.
the web parcel, so we're gonna do the web version, doing a game night every week, hopefully. So that's something I'm talking with the big fan people.
That's amazing. Yeah, I think this, like maybe in 6, 12, 18 months, we will not have like the applications like Twitter Spaces and Clubhouse. We will just be hanging on these parcels. Like if you want audio, sure, you can just join there and be there and just listen to the audio. It's like
Right.
no problem. So if you are driving, you can still do it and you don't need to control anything. But if you have a little bit more, you can control your avatar and just walk around.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get to see other people, and the Ready Player Me avatars are really cool because like you get to look similar in the avatar as you look in the real life, but similar, not exact. So if you want to like share your face, you can share it via the camera. But if you don't, then you can use the avatar, and like people can don't need to look like themselves, but I think most do. So you sort of look like this dreamy version of yourself, and you are there with other people, and some people
Yeah.
use funny variables. So sometimes we have ladies with mustaches and people in pajamas and
Right.
funny things like that.
Yeah,
So
it's fun. It's fun. It gives it personality and
yeah, yeah,
a little bit of spunk. Yeah, I
yeah.
like it a lot too.
Yeah, it does
Super
this,
dope.
this 3D aspect as well. So you sort of feel, even if it's just like you're still looking at your avatar from this third person view. You can go to the first person, but still, it's like sensing the space. And if you are talking to someone, you will probably look at their avatar while talking to them, even if they are not using the webcam. So there's something to the 3D space,
Mm-hmm.
even in the
Mm-hmm.
virtual.
Yeah, there it is. Well, I just hope we can, showcase it to people more often. So it's gonna be super fun. So I think we actually arrived to the end of our show.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was an amazing experience to listen to how you've managed to help unite communities of NFT artists. And I thank you for all your input. I think a lot of us are gonna be able to improve our game in that sense, and that will, ripple in the NFT community. And we're gonna have nicer communities and more collaboration. It's gonna be nicer. So it's gonna be super dope. So thank you all for watching. Thank you, Artific.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Andy. And maybe just a little bit the like sneak peek to what you are doing. Putting here at the screen. There are these bears that are going on the trip. So I love how you are gamifying the community and the collectibles.
Yes, it's gonna be dope, man. We're giving just put it out there. We're giving a land to every owner of our collection. They're gonna have your own land. If you own a bear or BAP, you get a land lot on their own planet, and you're gonna be able to enter the planet and walk around the planet, build stuff on your own land lots, and socialize and a lot of other things that we're working on through. So basically, if you're part of the bear collection or the BAP collection, You get to stake your bear, and you get to play the game. When you play the game, you're gonna earn a coin, which is a coin for the fungibles community, and that's gonna be transferable or changeable, exchangeable with Ethereum, and
It's
basically
cool.
play to earn.
Yeah, I love this new game concept.
Yeah, man.
It's so amazing.
It's
Okay.
just to start, man. Just to start.
Yeah,
Anyways, all
it's going
right.
to be cool stuff. So for
Gonna be
sure,
fun. All
watch
right. So
out what's going on, and see you next time. Bye.
see you guys. Have a great night. Cheers.